Latest news, weather and features from the island. Visit us online at www.famagusta-gazette.com.
This is Famagusta Gazette Radio, FG Radio from Nicosia. You can find out more about our programs online at famagusta-gazette.com. That's famagusta-gazette.com. The US and Russian military will hold talks to avoid clashing in Syria. Russia began airstrikes against the so-called Islamic State on Wednesday. The squabble between Russia and the United States over the fight against the so-called Islamic State in Syria has started to dominate the agenda of the United Nations in New York. The U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said that the U.S. and Russian militaries will now hold talks as soon as possible to avoid encountering each other in Syria. Mr. Kerry held a joint news conference with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Here's the comments of Mr. Lavrov.
The first instruction to us was to make sure that the military of the United States, the coalition led by the United States on the one hand, and the military of the Russian Federation, who now engage in some operations in Syria at the request of the Syrian government, get in touch and establish channels of communications to avoid any unintended incidents. And we agreed that the military should get into contact with each other very soon.
Here's the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry.
We agreed on the imperative of as soon as possible, perhaps even as soon as tomorrow, but as soon as possible, having a military-to-military deconfliction discussion, meeting, conference, whatever can be done as soon as possible, because we agree on the urgency